called the hashtag van life tag. And what it is you answer 10 questions, 10 predetermined questions about how your time of van life is going. People, it's Russ McDonough, aka the Nomadic Veteran, and this week's video is a little bit different to all the other 11 videos we've done, or I've done. And basically, I've been nominated by a couple of cool dudes to do what's going around on social media or around on YouTube at the moment. It's called the hashtag van life tag. And what it is you answer 10 questions, 10 predetermined questions about how your time of van life is going. And I thought, what the hey? I'll answer them, and then if you watch it and see what my answers are like. I was nominated by two people, like I said. One was Flora and the Novice Explorers, who awesome couple. They're currently in Portugal enjoying the sunshine as well at the moment. So yeah, thank you for nominating me. And I was also nominated by a guy called Build It, Fix It, Use It. He is back in the UK at the moment, but he's been on van life in the past. I think he was doing like southern France and that, all the Saint-Tropez and Monaco and all that. So again, really cool dude. I'll put their links in the description if you want to check them out, and let's get cracking. So it's 10 questions. Question 1, what is the make and model of your van? Okay, simple to start with. It's a Fiat Ducato 2.3 long wheelbase. Next. 2, how long did your van build take? Okay, so the van build took, okay, first of all, I didn't build the van, so it's not a self-build van. Me and my wife, Cal, we didn't do it, together. We actually got a professional company to do it, and that company is called Wild Van. So if you've watched the van tour, you'll see the van, and so if you like it, and you want to ask them some questions, or you want to get a van built by them, I'll put their link in the description below. 3, where has been your favourite place to stay in your van? For this, I'm going to say the Pyrenees, the French side of the Pyrenees. And the reason for that is not because we love like the mountain area more than the beaches or lakes or cities, or well, I don't really like cities too much actually. But it's because when we first started van life and we were traveling down France and we were staying in some nice places, we were chasing the sunshine. So we wanted to get over to Spain, so we took the Pyrenees route. And when we drove up to the Pyrenees, it was proper claggy. You couldn't see, 15 to 20 meters ahead of you as we were driving up, which obviously isn't the greatest driving conditions. But we found a space, we camped up for the night, and then we woke up the next morning and it was gloriously fucking clear. You could see for miles and miles. The cows all had those bells on, and it was just awesome. And it was kind of like that moment where we both kind of realized, myself and Carl, we were like, this is what van life was all about, and this is what sort of like selling our house and kind of risking it to go traveling was all about. And so that Pyrenees will always stay in our hearts, really. So we love it. Question 4, where has been the worst place you've stayed in your van? So we've had a bit of a chat about this, and we've been really, really lucky so far that we haven't actually stayed in like any really dodgy places or any dogging sites or anything like that. We've been really lucky. If we had to be pushed for an answer, we would say that the worst place we stayed at was a garage or a mechanic's in central Portugal. We had stayed there for one night. Long story short, we were bombing along, we were actually going up towards Porto, and we had a rear tyre blowout. So we came to a stop, we managed to get the car over to the side. We called the RAC, who then sent their local dude out. We recovered the van, took it to the garage. It needed to do a few bits and pieces on it, but the parts wouldn't arrive till the following day. So he said, and we were like, right, we need to find an Airbnb because we obviously got the 2 boys with us as well. And he was like, guys, just chill. You can stay in the van overnight. We're going to lock up, but you can stay in the van, which was awesome. It had its downsides because obviously we weren't getting any energy from solar. So we were like running out of power. And also we couldn't really start the engine during the day because the lads are working. But that being said, we were mega grateful because, you know, in the UK, I could imagine they would have been like, you need to get out. This is our, you know, it just wouldn't have happened. So it was, I say the worst place, but it was, you know what, it was still an experience, and it was, yeah, we were very lucky. Question 5, how many people have you had in your van at one time? Really boring answer, guys. 4. I think that was my mum and dad giving them a van tour, or maybe like a few friends who said like we're nosy and we're like, can they have a look around? So we all piled in. It's not a crazy number, like 23, playing Connect 4 or something like that. So yeah, 4. Where are we? Question 6, have you had any van disasters? Again, we've been really lucky. We've not had any disasters as such. The closest thing to a disaster, I would say, is when we were heading over to Ibiza, we were heading towards the ferry terminal. I think it was Denier, I think we were catching the ferry from. And again, we had a rear tyre blowout, which meant we were like, shit. So we managed to pull into this factory car park. Luckily, obviously, it all got sorted. We managed to get someone out because it turns out our jack is not capable of lifting a 3.5 ton van. So we got someone out, they come and give us a hand. But the near disaster was that we nearly missed our ferry. We paid something like 400 euros for the return ticket to Ibiza, and it was like a non-refundable. Like it was like, that is the ferry you catch. If you're not here, you lose your ticket. And that was the near disaster. We were like, shit, we need to make this ferry, and we did, obviously, because we made a video on it. So that was good. Sorry, Cook, I'm gonna have to move you. I can't see what the rest of the questions are, kid. Oh. Okay, so that was the near van life disaster. Anyway, question 7. What is your favourite feature of the van? So I'm not sure if this is classed as a feature as such. What I really love about this van is that it gives us the capability to go wild camping or go off grid as such. We don't stay at campsites or anything like that, so we're always continuously wild camping. And because we've got the solar on top, which gives us stacks of power and stacks of energy, we can go off grid. Because we've got 150 litres of fresh water, we've got you know, loads of water. Yeah, you know, we've got a 24 litre gas tank, so we can cook and scran up to the max. And if it gets cold in the mornings, we can put on our gas heater. So it's just, that's my favourite feature, is the ability to go off grid for quite long periods of time, especially if you know, you stack up on your food and that, you've got plenty of scran. Yeah, I love it. I really love it. Question 8. What is the least favourite part about van life? This one is actually a really simple answer. And I know we've been living in the van now for 5, nearly 6 months. And I'm not a mega tall guy, I'm 5'11" at a push, but I keep banging my head off stuff. So it's basically space. I sometimes feel quite enclosed, or not claustrophobic as such, but there is times when I'm like, oh, I really could do with a bit more space. You know, it's a big van anyway. We've got myself, Gibbo, and our 2 boys. But yeah, I even now I'm still banging my knee off drawers, or I'm banging my head off whatever I can bang my head off. So that is probably my least favourite. And you'd think I would learn, but I'm an ex-Marine and we're really slow learners, so I haven't yet, but yeah. What is your favourite part about van life? That one is really simple to answer, actually. And it's going to sound really Chad. I love the fact that me and Gibbo and our 2 boys are getting to travel and see as much of this crazy world as possible. You know, it's all well and good being able to, where are you off to, you know, when you go on holiday and you see places and you love it, and we're getting to do that for an extended period. And I always say to people, and I think they sometimes look at me like I'm a bit nuts, but I really wanted to give our boys, Cookie and Hoochie, a really great life, because their life is a lot shorter than ours, maybe. So I wanted to give them a great life as well. So, you know, the fact that they get to go to these different places, different sights, smells, sounds is brilliant. So it's a little bit of a Chad answer, but it's a genuine answer. I really am. It makes me happy that we're all getting through this together as a family. And then question 10, last question. Any tips for those about to embark on their van life adventure? First up, just fucking do it. But I don't think that's a very good tip. Your family might not agree with me. And two, okay, so first of all, there's an app which I definitely think you should download. It's called Park for Night, and we would have been caught out on loads of occasions without this. It's basically whatever area you're in, it'll tell you where it's a good place to park. There's reviews on places you've parked, so you can stay away from the dodgy sites. If you're needing, you know, auto gas, LPG, or stuff like that, it's brilliant. So that's the first thing I would do. And then in terms of your van build, if you're still kind of thinking about a layout or the certain specs on the van, I would say water. Your fresh water capability is huge to me. It's all about having, to me, water is life. So as much water as you can hold. So we've got 150 litres of fresh water, and it does us quite a while. That is the big thing for me. Plenty of water, can't stress it enough. And that is it. That's 10 questions done. I hope you heard me, because it's getting a bit windy out there now actually. All I've got to do now, before I nominate 3 people, I just want to say, if you want to take part in this and you feel comfortable filming yourself and putting it on the internet and all that, that's awesome. Maybe you just want to write the answers down on like on Instagram, and you can just, you know, write them down and put a nice picture of your van or whatever. Do it, whatever makes you feel comfortable. You know, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? So the first people I'd like to nominate are the people, Dee and Simon, who built our van, Wild Van. Awesome, cool people. We really get on well with them. So if you'd like to take part, you're nominated. Second one is, I think that you'll get some really good answers out of these 3. They're called the Moomins. They're on YouTube. Again, I'll put a link in the description. Really, I don't think they'd mind me saying quite crazy family, but in a really good way. They're really nice people. So I think they'd come up with some good answers. So you've been nominated. And then finally, our Viking van lifer. He's back in the UK. He's got a big fucking bright yellow van. Again, he's a top bloke. You've been nominated. If you want to take part, please do. If you don't, it's no dramas, is it? Anyway, I think that might be it. What do you reckon, Cook? You're not getting to see much of Hoochie lately. He's a bit camera shy, whereas Cookie likes to be on camera. Anyway, that is it. If you've liked this video, thumbs up for me, please. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be even better. I'd massively appreciate that. Thank you. To all of those who have subscribed recently, honestly, it's blown my mind. We're like, yeah, honestly, it's crazy. And then if you'd like to share the video, please do. But if not, we will have another video next week. Next Sunday it'll be coming out, hopefully. Touch wood. And yeah, until then, laters. Hey Cook, yes.